Did you say we had a delivery?
Yeah, it's on the B-roll table.
What is it?
Looks like a watch or something.
Cut it up the middle.
Leading watch brand. Premium luxury watch made watches at an unbeatable price. Takes its inspiration from powerful women across the world like Michelle Obama.
What the hell is going on here?
Cut it up the middle and without compromising quality. We bring you luxury watches made at an unbeatable price.
Okay, these ads are from a new company called Asorock, which claims to be Africa's first luxury watch brand. They reached out via email asking me to become a monthly paid ambassador for the brand, whereby I'd be receiving cash and commissions in exchange for making some YouTube and Instagram content involving their watches. So that's exactly why I'm making this video. Just kidding. While this offer was tempting, it didn't align with our operation at Ben's Watch Club. Nevertheless, I was intrigued by the whole concept. I mean, I've been contacted by brands from Eastern Europe, Asia, and the Americas over the years, but never Africa. What's going on with this brand? Are these watches actually luxury? Or are they hiding some weird secrets? To find out, I rejected the backhander and got them to send me over a watch for review instead. Boy, they'll wish they hadn't.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Whoa! I know you're excited to see what's inside. Before we get there though, we need to see what's outside, if that makes any sense. Who is this peculiar brand that you'd be buying into? That's half of the whole luxury watch thing after all. According to their website, Asorock was founded in 2018 by two African Americans, Ben and Andrew, who sought to cut out the high retail markup of popular name brands. That sounds familiar for some reason. The company was named after a monolith in Abuja, which is the capital of Nigeria. Unfortunately, it seems they can't decide on the pronunciation for this name. Sometimes it's Asorock.
Asorock Watches of Africa. Asorock takes it a step further.
Whilst other times it's Asorock.
Asorock watches. Asorock watches is inspired by Nigeria. From all of us here at Asorock.
I'm gonna go with the latter as that's how the founders seem to say it. Either way, the lads were fed up of their limited choices due to the high inflated markup prices of popular name brands. If only there was someone out there that hunted down the best value choices out there, eh? Wouldn't that be marvelous? They frequently mention a social responsibility program where proceeds from each watch sold go towards building a library in a village in Nigeria. I'm not sure what percentage of the proceeds this will be or which village it is, it doesn't say. If true, this is really cool. I'd love to see Asorock vlog this process when it occurs to prove it's not just a marketing falsehood. Unfortunately, I've come to expect such dishonesty from comparable micro brands in the past. Was that alarm bells I heard ringing just then? My senses are especially heightened as the brand uses a string of stereotypical strategies, including their launch via Indiegogo, the frequent continuous discount codes, various paid media appearances, bold quality claims, and generic cutting out the middlemen cartoons. I swear I've seen this exact animation somewhere before, right? Many of the watches also look just like other infamous brands that I've covered before. Nevertheless, I'll cut them some slack as their numerous slip-ups reveal it's clearly their first rodeo. These include frequent verbal blunders in their pitch videos.
The idea of Asorock had the privilege of getting educated in the States. Anti-scratch resistant metal.
A strap that's fitted upside down, and the fact that one of their founders appears to be wearing a different brand of watch in their pitch video. Yeah, I think he realized halfway through. There's also a supposed street review where members of the public react to their watches. Take a look at this for a second.
Let's hear what the streets have to say.
Hey guys, 1 second. Do you mind taking a look at these Asorock watches for me?
Yo, this is nice.
Can you believe that's an African watch brand?
Really?
Yes.
Where can I get this from?
I hate to be the one to say it, but this has got to be staged, right? I mean, approaching strangers on the top of a skyscraper? Really? To me, nothing about the interaction seems natural. That being said, I'm from the UK, so what do I know, eh? Maybe that's normal behavior for you guys in the States. I noticed a few more unusual inconsistencies, shall we say. Their About section says that they keep advertising costs to a bare minimum, despite spending out in the aforementioned media appearances and offering me cash and commissions to cover their watches on YouTube. Additionally, all their watches are either quartz or automatic, Yet they've got shots of hand-wound movements on their website. Admittedly, it's not all bad though. While not based out of Africa and with watches produced in the Far East, these guys do seem to have a solid connection to the continent that the brand's linked to, unlike certain Italian brands run by Lithuanians. Sounds like some sort of mob movie, doesn't it? Additionally, while many models seem heavily inspired by other fashion watch brands, there are some that seem more original. While I'm not a smartwatch guy myself, I think these Apple Watch cases look pretty cool. Whether they're worth the steep price tag is another question, but at least they're doing something different. What the? Hey Ben, it's you from the future. Hi? Just be careful what you're saying about that smartwatch case. And the rest of their watches too, frankly. What's making you say that? They're having you on, mate. Sorry, how exactly? Well, the audience will find out in a couple of minutes. See you in a bit. If you say so. Okay, they're no Rolex, or Seiko for that matter, but so far, I think I've received a lot worse in my inbox. The reviews section also looks legitimate for the most part, with a huge variety of user-created images, and some reviewers noting criticisms too. Unlike some other brands that have been in touch, these two don't seem like scumbags out to scam anyone, and customers do seem to be receiving their products. But I guess you're here for my review, so let's delve in, shall we? Holy smokes, does this look like a Vellucci? Or maybe the Vellucci looks like this? I can't remember which came out first. Either way, this looks like it's been made in the exact same factory. Outside of the bezel, the steel case is borderline identical with a comparably brushed finish. From a side-on perspective in particular, you'd be hard-pressed to find a difference. The housing is clearly a real oak / Nautilus hybrid, so it does lack in originality, but as a whole the finishing is still half decent. While the solid H-link bracelet is slightly different, it still retains the same fixed end link issue as the Vellucci, which once again boosts the lug-to-lug size to an ungainly level. The screwed rear features a silhouette of the Nigerian coat of arms and feels secure enough to withstand more than the assigned 580M water resistance rating. Funnily enough, they actually sent me two pieces, the second being a matte black variant of the same model. I've never been a fan of matte black watches as they can often look like cheap plastic, so I much prefer the traditional silver one. In one important area, this Asorock actually beats the supposedly unparalleled Vellucci. This one comes kitted out with a proper sapphire crystal, which is also an upgrade on their sapphire-coated crystal marketing promises. This will give you much better scratch resistance and is the expected luxury material of choice. In that same video, they also say that these are made in Japan.
Asorock watches is inspired by Nigeria, designed in the USA, and made in Japan.
A revelation I'll mention soon revealed that it's almost certainly just the Miyota quartz movement that's from Japan, which is why it only says Japan movement on the back, rather than made in Japan as is customary. Both units function well, with the alignment consisting of one hit and one miss. Putting size aside, I honestly think that this transporter is quite good looking. Of course, it bears more than a passing resemblance to some of the aforementioned brands, with a similar layout and near identical indices. Nevertheless, it seems more tastefully done. I'm not sure whether basic or restrained is the appropriate term here, but it hasn't been over-designed to the extent of other comparable watches that end up looking cluttered and convoluted, especially those that just steal design elements from various luxury watches. This one is simple and slick, with a high contrast backdrop, a loomed handset that better fits the sports watch aesthetic, and a safe logo that isn't too large or obnoxious. The dial surface is rather bland, but the subdials are well spread, and there don't appear to be any major quality control issues. Weirdly, I quite like the angled A and R, and their 3D sheen looks more premium than the flat generic printing on some other affordable luxury watches. That brings me to the main question. Is this a luxury watch? Well, in Africa, maybe? I mean, Asorock does appear to be the only African marketed watch brand, so I guess there's no reference point. For the Western market though, it's a bit of a laughing stock. For a list price of $199 US, they're not any sort of game changer. While the construction feels solid, much better value can still be had from a range of more established brands at the same price point. There's nothing luxurious or impressive about a cheap quartz movement, and I doubt many luxury watches arrive caked in dirt as this one did. I mean, that is just disgusting. Is it a bad watch then? Well, there do seem to be a lot of very similar watches floating around on AliExpress. Oh shit! Is that the exact Asorock smartwatch case that I complimented earlier? Come on guys, I tried being lenient this time. Wait, what the hell is this too? You can't expect me to believe that Megia copied you guys, right? Wait for this. You guys have this one down as a pre-order product on your website, yet reverse image searches prove that this watch has been for sale since 2016 on other websites. That's years before your company even existed. Gotcha, bitch. The reason this design is everywhere is that it's readily available from an Alibaba wholesaler who allows for custom logo printing and whose minimum customized order quantity of 100 units lines up perfectly with your 100 pieces limited edition run. Turns out it's the same story with the previous two, which can also be fully customized. I mean, seriously, Ben, Andrew, weird American guy who can't pronounce the name of the company, did you lot really think you could pull the wool over my eyes? Do I look that stupid? I'm now doubting the legitimacy of this whole African library stunt. After all, most of your offerings are dropshipped from China, meaning that your spiel about touring various factories and designing the watches can't be accurate. How do you expect me to believe the rest of this story? I've read fairy tales that seem more plausible. Okay, the model you sent me is the only one on your website that I couldn't find easily online elsewhere. Hopefully that one's legitimate, but I wouldn't put money on it. The evidence is stacked against you guys. It doesn't look good. Are those reviews also pulled from AliExpress? I mean, you are using the same software as No Label Watch, which I previously exposed for dropshipping their entire collection and pulling their reviews from Alibaba. So it's not out of the realms of possibility, is it? I was willing to cut you guys some slack, as you were beginners originating from a less prosperous part of the world, and you didn't seem as cocky as other notorious fashion brands. Yet you've still tried to hoodwink me, and more importantly, my viewers and your prospective customers. Don't even think about coming back until you've done some basic homework. It's funny because while searching, I also came upon this listing. It looks like Vellucci is doing the exact same thing. Make sure you check out this video next to see how Vellucci copy and pasted an entire Kickstarter advertising campaign. It's well worth a watch, trust me.